Hello friends, welcome to the lecture series on plant physiology. Today we will start with a new chapter, that is nitrogen metabolism. This is very important chapter of plant physiology as nitrogen is very important constituent of plants. In this particular video we will see introduction to nitrogen metabolism and also we will discuss about role of nitrogen in plants. So let us start with nitrogen metabolism. We know very well that plant growth and development, it is totally dependent upon the fertility of soil and climate. Means it is directly proportional to fertility of soil and climate. If soil is fertile, then it will be rich in major and minor constituents nutrients. These nutrients are again divided into two types, micronutrients and macronutrients. Micronutrients are the nutrients which are required for plant in very less quantity. There are some micronutrients like boron, ferrous, etc. They can be used by plants in very small quantity, but they are required. Macronutrients are the nutrients which are required for plant growth in large quantity. Carbon, hydrogen and nitrogen, these are the main macronutrients which are required for the plants and they contribute to over 95% of plant biomass. We are concentrating upon nitrogen in this video, so we will see more detail about nitrogen. Nitrogen, it is very important constituent of plant and it is a major constituent of plant and it is found abundantly in plants along with carbon, oxygen and hydrogen. So along with carbon, oxygen and hydrogen, this nitrogen it will found in plants abundantly. Nitrogen, it exists in several forms in environment. The continuous interconversion of these forms by physical and biological processes, it constitute the nitrogen cycle. So in environment, if you see this nitrogen, it will be exist in different forms. For example, nitrates, nitrites, ammonia, these are different forms of nitrogen. It is also present in molecular nitrogen form, and this nitrogen is abundantly present in atmosphere, but its availability to plant, it is very difficult. So you can see say that nitrogen is very important component and it is present, it is available abundantly in atmosphere, but that molecular nitrogen, it is not useful for plant as it is. It should be converted in other form and then only plant can take it. So this particular nitrogen, that is molecular nitrogen, though it is abundantly present in environment, it is not useful for plant, or plant they may not use that nitrogen. So what should be done so that 80% of such nitrogen which is present into the environment, how it can be utilized by plants? There will be a solution. Its fixation in the soil in the form of nitrates, that is NO3 minus, is necessary for its availability to plants. So molecular nitrogen N2, it is highly inert or it is non-reactive and having triple bond, hence it is not easily available for plants. So what is solution? This is N2, that is molecular nitrogen. It is abundantly present in atmosphere, but it is not useful at all for plants. So what is solution? This molecular nitrogen should be converted into nitrates by stepwise manner, and then only it will become available for plants. So conversion of molecular nitrogen into nitrates and nitrites, then NH3, that is ammonia, it is very essential for nitrogen availability to plant. So this can be achieved by the mechanism of symbiotic and asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. So for the conversion of this NO3, that is nitrogen, molecular nitrogen, into nitrites, nitrates, nitrites and ammonia, it is very much important, it is very much essential. If this molecular nitrogen, that is N2, is converting into nitrates and nitrites and then ammonia, then and then only the plant can take or absorb that nitrogen. So how it will be converted? There are two mechanisms for that: symbiotic and asymbiotic nitrogen fixation. So there are some microorganisms including bacteria. They play very important role in the process of nitrogen fixation mechanism. So all these organisms, or majority of these organisms, are prokaryotes. The conversion of molecular nitrogen into its available forms, it can be achieved by following way. So this is step by step conversion of molecular nitrogen into usable forms of nitrogen. So this N2, it get converted into nitrites first, then it will convert it into nitrates, and finally it get converted into ammonia. So these three forms, it can be utilized by plants for its metabolism. So this particular process, it is known as nitrogen fixation. Now ammonia, which is synthesized as above, it is finally assimilated into different amino acids, proteins, nucleic acid, porphyrins and phytohormones like auxins and cytokinins. So due to this nitrogen fixation mechanism, finally we will get ammonia. So this ammonia, it is easily and readily absorbed by the plant. Now what happens of this ammonia? The ammonia which is absorbed by the plant, it is finally provided or assimilated into different amino acids, proteins, nucleic acid, porphyrins and phytohormones like auxins and cytokinins, which are present into the plant. So this ammonia, requirement of this ammonia is for the formation of amino acids, then proteins, nucleic acids, etc. So why it is very important? Because it is very important for plants for the assimilation of it into the production formation of all these components. So here this diagram will show you how this NO3, nitrates, nitrites and this molecular nitrogen, it get converted into ammonia, and finally this ammonia, it is utilized and it get assimilated into different forms. So in plants, it will be this ammonia, it can be used in the formation of vitamins, then synthesis of amino acids, synthesis of proteins, then chlorophylls, ATPs, phytohormones, nucleic acids, cytochromes, enzymes and alkaloids. So why, you can understand from this figure why nitrogen is required for plant in abundant quantity, because all these components which are very important component of a plant, for example you can see proteins, these are very important component, chlorophylls, because plant has the mechanism of autotrophy, that is they will synthesize their own food by using chlorophylls. So the most important characteristic of plant, it is the presence of chlorophylls. Now for the synthesis of or formation of this chlorophyll, nitrogen is required. So this is backbone of chlorophylls, we can say. Also nucleic acid, if you see plant DNA or RNA, nitrogen bases of nucleic acid, they are formed synthesized from the nitrogen, so that this nitrogen can be get from the ammonia. So the after fixation, this ammonia will be formed, and after that this ammonia, it is useful and it is utilized by plant for these different purposes. We know very well enzymes, role of enzymes in plants. Enzymes are nothing but the proteins. So all enzymes are made up of from nitrogen, means for the synthesis of enzyme, nitrogen is very essential. So in this way, nitrogen is very important, and how it get fixed from atmospheric nitrogen to ammonia, and then this ammonia, how it is utilized, you can see in this diagram. So this is nothing but the nitrogen metabolism. Nitrogen metabolism is one of the most important aspect of the plant life. It can be defined as, now we will see the actual definition of nitrogen metabolism. So it can be defined as the series of biochemical changes taking place inside or outside of the plant body, which results in anabolism and catabolism of nitrogen components. So what is nitrogen metabolism? So it will be takes place in inside and outside of plant body, and it will result in anabolism means synthesis, and catabolism means destruction of different nitrogen components. Means when from ammonia any plant use that ammonia for the synthesis of different products like proteins, then enzymes, then amino acids, DNA, etc. So this particular process of synthesis, it is known as anabolism. Now these produced and formed products like suppose proteins, if these proteins are formed by using this nitrogen, these proteins then get utilized and they get destructed. So this synthesis is known as anabolism, and the destruction of proteins, it is known as catabolism. So construction and destruction of complex nitrogenous food, it is known as nitrogen metabolism. So the important anabolic processes includes nitrogen fixation, amino acid synthesis, protein synthesis. So all these are the anabolic processes which are taking place into the plant, and they are very much related with nitrogen. There are some catabolic processes. They include proteolysis. So this is known as destruction of proteins. Then amino acid destruction, denitrification and nitrification. So all these are the catabolic processes in nitrogen metabolism. So nitrogen metabolism in simple language we can say it is anabolism and catabolism of nitrogen, or we may call it is construction and destruction of complex nitrogenous food. This is nothing but the nitrogen metabolism. Anabolic and catabolic processes of nitrogen, it constitute nitrogen metabolism, which is important for continuous supply of nitrogen for plants and other living organisms. So this is very important, anabolic and catabolic processes in nitrogen metabolism. These are very important to maintain continuity in supply of nitrogen for plants as well as for other animals. Nitrogen has very crucial role. Now we will see what are the roles of nitrogen in plants. So why nitrogen is useful for plants? Nitrogen, it plays very important role in the metabolism of plants. One by one we will discuss. First we will see nitrogen, it forms different types of amino acids in combination with carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and sulfur. So this nitrogen, it is very important to form different types of amino acids, and these amino acids, they can be formed majorly by using nitrogen, and nitrogen along with carbon, hydrogen and oxygen and sulfur, it will form different types of amino acids. So why these amino acids are useful or why they are important? We know amino acids, they are the building blocks of different proteins. We know very well. Means the proteins have been formed from the amino acid, and we can say the proteins are indirectly formed from the components like nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and sulfur. They are also used in the formation of protoplasm, cell division and growth and development of plants. So these amino acids are very important for all these processes. First is building blocks of different proteins. Also they are useful for the formation of protoplasm. They play very important role in cell division and growth, and also in entire development of plants. Now these important amino acids, they play very important role in these all processes. these amino acids are formed from the nitrogen. So here nitrogen is very important in the synthesis of amino acid. Means we can say nitrogen plays very important role in the different types of metabolic processes of a cell or plant. Then nitrogen compound, it comprises 40 to 50% of dry matter of protoplasm. So dry matter, if we see of a cell protoplasm, it will have 40 to 50% nitrogen. Nitrogen, it is major part of chlorophyll, especially porphyrin ring of chlorophyll. Chlorophylls are the master molecules in the process of photosynthesis. So as we have discussed, chlorophyll pigments, they are very important for the synthesis of food in plants, or we may call chlorophyll pigments are the characteristic features of the plant, and these chlorophyll pigments are very important for synthesis of food. Now these chlorophyll pigments or chlorophylls have been made by using nitrogen. So for the composition or for the formation of chlorophylls, nitrogen is one of the major constituent. So especially if we see porphyrin ring of chlorophyll, it is made up from nitrogen. So this is very important use and application of nitrogen in plant. Next, as nitrogen is very important constituent of amino acid, it is directly linked with different types of enzymatic reactions in plants. So we know very well that enzymes plays very important role in the different types of reactions which are taking place continuously into the plant. Now these enzymes are made up of from amino acids, because enzymes are nothing but the proteins. So amino acids are very important for the formation synthesis of enzymes, and these amino acids are made up from nitrogen. So indirectly we can say nitrogen plays very important role in the process of enzymatic reaction in plants, because all enzymes are proteins and proteins are made up from amino acids. Now nitrogen, it is necessary component of all vitamins. So there are different types of vitamins present in plants, and all these vitamins, they have been formed, synthesized from by using nitrogen, or nitrogen is very important constituent of vitamins. Then nitrogen is very important to improve the dry matter in leafy vegetables and proteins in grains. So this is real utility of nitrogen, because nitrogen, it is very important a constituent of vegetables and proteins. If abundant nitrogen is present in vegetables and proteins, then it will increase the value of the vegetables and proteins. Then there are different types of phytohormones like auxins and cytokinins. They play a very important role in different types of metabolic processes of plants. For example, root formation, shoot formation, then flowering, fruiting, etc. So for the formation of these different types of phytohormones, nitrogen is a very important constituent. Then nitrogen is chief constituent of almost all alkaloids. So all different types of alkaloids which are present into the plant, they are formed from the nitrogen, or nitrogen is a chief constituent for the formation of different alkaloids. Nitrogen is also essential component of cytochromes. So there are different types of cytochromes which are very important for the different types of physiological reactions, and these cytochromes have been formed from the nitrogen. Then if any plant, it faces nitrogen deficiency, it will cause certain disorders in plants, for example stunted growth. So if due to this nitrogen deficiency, the stunted growth can be seen in different plants. Another disorder will be chlorosis. So here yellowing of leaf. So here due to this nitrogen deficiency, the chlorophyll pigments which are present in plant, they will become die, and ultimately plant leaf, it will turn into yellow color instead of green color. So in this way, due to yellowing or yellowing of these leaves, the rate of photosynthesis will decrease, and due to that ultimately plant will become die. Then poor root development, it is also the cause of nitrogen deficiency. Then abnormality in structure and function of plants. So all these different disorders can be seen in plants due to nitrogen deficiency. Then health of plant contains 3 to 4% of nitrogen in their above ground biomass. So healthy plant, suppose we can say any healthy plant, it contains 3 to 4% of nitrogen in their above ground biomass. Above ground biomass means its leaves, stem, then flowers, fruits, it will contain 3 to 4% of nitrogen in their above ground biomass. Then nitrogen is a significant component of all nucleic acids, that is nitrogen base in DNA and RNA. We know very well DNA or RNA, these are known as nucleic acid, and they are principally made up of from three components. First is deoxyribose sugar, or we may call pentose sugar, then phosphate group, and third is nitrogen base. So this nitrogen base, it is totally made up of from nitrogen, and for the synthesis of DNA or in the process of DNA replication, RNA replication, nitrogen plays very important role in the formation of nitrogen bases. Then nitrogen is also included into energy transfer molecules like ATP. So ATP, they are related with energy, and they are energy transfer molecules. Adenosine triphosphate, so this, it will constitute nitrogen. So ATP, they are energy transfer molecules, and they are synthesized, formed from the nitrogen. So in this way, these are different roles of nitrogen in plants. So in this way, we can say nitrogen plays very important role in the metabolism of plants. Thanks for your attention.